Within the card definitions program, you'll notice that we have our fields that have the information for the card holder. You can add any fields you want to add using a program we have called the User-Defined Fields Editor. Within the User-Defined Fields Editor, you can add additional fields, additional data that you want to be kept for the cardholder records. Those fields would be searchable. You can use them to filter your database. But within the User-Defined Fields Editor, we can also arrange the fields. So we can maybe put this signature capture date over there, maybe the image capture date over here. You can arrange the fields however you want to arrange them. To create a new field, we would hit New down here. Now, you can have different types of fields. We can make a lookup list, string fields. Integer would be a numeric only field. The Boolean gives us a little checkbox for yes or no or true or false. A date and time, or a notes field. I'm going to make a field called cardholder department, and I'll just make it a string field. The string field would just be any combination of letters and numbers. We'll actually type it in. I could have also made it a lookup list where we could go in and type in the list of departments that we have for the system, and then whoever's adding the card holder would just need to pick from a list. Now you'd also want to set your maximum characters. Maybe you have a department that has like 50 characters in it, so you want to make sure that you have the maximum characters there. Then this is what we're gonna what the field will look like within the software. So maybe we call this the card holders department. So this is how it will actually display in this window. Now the field name is how it's going to be in our actual database. We can't have any special characters or any spaces in the actual database tables. So maybe we just call this like card holder, card holder. Again, I put a little underscore in there. We can't have spaces either, and I'll just do that, department. Now, how wide it's going to be on the screen here, we can adjust that once it's on the screen. The default value, I don't know if you have a default department that you want to be included in the software. The field that's used, back to the default value. So a default department, maybe, by default everyone is just an employee. You could always change that when you add the card holder. It's just a default value that would be included. Now, is this field going to be used in our card holder software, our guest pass software? Maybe it's used in both. Or maybe it's a hidden field that's being populated into our database by another program. We don't want people to see it or touch it within card definitions. I'll say this is going to be used in our card holder software. We can make it a required field. You wouldn't be able to save the card holder unless you added a department. Duplicate. Duplicating the field would allow us. So we have the option in our software when we're adding a new card holder to duplicate an existing card holder. And what we're saying here is, do we want this field to be duplicated also when you create a new card holder? And once again, you're not limited to the field, so if we duplicated the field and the department was a teacher, you're not limited to that. You could always change it just for the card holder. We can make it a read-only field, so again, maybe it's being populated by another program, but we don't want people to be able to change it. We have the ability in our system security software when we create usernames and passwords. That's where we can go in and say when this specific person logs in, they can see this field, they can change the information in the field. So we can make the whole field read-only right here, or we can make it read-only only for certain people that are logging in. Included in the transaction monitor. So if we're viewing our live transaction monitor and people are swiping cards, getting valid accesses, invalid accesses, we would also see their department field in the actual transaction within our transaction monitor. Now, a field template wouldn't apply to a department field, but we could use a template if we were making maybe a phone number field. A template would allow us to put in the format. So maybe we want to have our typical United States types of phone numbers. We want to make sure everyone that's putting in a phone number uses the area code in the exchange. We want parentheses, so we can put it all in using the same format. Again, this wouldn't really apply to a cardholder's department field. And we can change the font and the color if you wanted to, the point size. I'm going to hit finished. And then you'll see this field will be added to our record here, our database. And I'm going to move it. So maybe we want department to be up here underneath our access blocked. We can make this bigger or smaller, and we did say that the field would be limited to 50 characters, but maybe just to make it look better, we put it there. Now, down here, this is the list of all of our fields. What we're seeing here, though, is also our tab order when we're in the program. So as we're moving through cardholder definitions and adding a new cardholder, the first field that we're asked to fill in would be the last name field. Then we go to first name, then we would go to the initial, then activation, expiration date, cardholder ID. From there, maybe I want to go to access blocked instead of notes. So I can take access blocked and move that up. And then from access blocked, I want to go to control, then I pass back. And then from control, then I pass back, I want to go to our department field. So I can move that up. And then from control, then I pass back, from cardholder department, then we'll go to our notes field and we'll leave all these the same. So if I save this now and open up our card definitions program, now we have our cardholders department field that we can add for our system.